Yo, what's up guys? You already know who it is. It's your boy Cracksmoker96, your favorite virtual idol. And today I'm coming at you with a script that has kind of an interesting backstory to it. So I've actually been listening to and recommending this album for a while. It's Kaizo Slumber, the Kaizo Manifesto. And fun fact, I originally recorded and made this script in July of 2022, I believe. So it's been a whole year since I made this script, and you're probably wondering, why did it never come out? If you recorded the whole thing and everything, you green screened it, why didn't you post it? So basically, this was when I was using an editor that I had met on Twitter, and I sent it to him. And when I sent it to him, he ended up getting caught up in the Ukraine war. So he was not able to edit the video and has completely gone dark since that. Don't worry though, I always paid last, so it's not like I lost any money. Oh, but what about the guy? Is he okay? I don't know. I mean, I hope he is, He was a good guy, good editor, solid rates. So, I hope you're doing well, bro. And this video is dedicated to you. It's been a while since I've reviewed an album recommended to me in the comments section. And well, I'm kind of feeling benevolent today in all of my otherworldly grace and glory. So I'm gonna present to you one of the underground electronic scene's rising hidden gems. Thank you to nikochurro and Derpy Doug for the suggestion. So without any further ado, allow me to introduce Kaizo Slumber's January release, the Kaizo Manifesto.
It's the TripleBeppo Super Show!
Now, the first thing that might stand out to you about Kaizo Slumber's body of work is that it seems to be represented by a vaporwavy Sega dreamcast-kinda aesthetic, despite not necessarily adhering to the traditional vaporwave sound associated with such visuals. To that, personally, I'd say it's simply a case of musical Batesian mimicry. Because while on the surface, you'll immediately think that this is vaporwave, it's really more of a 90s retro-futurist ethereal aesthetic design with a layer of chromatic sheen over it. And yes, I very much did pull the big words out of my ass that one time, but it made sense, didn't it? Basically, yeah. Kaizo seems to be heavily influenced by the internet vaporwave CGI aesthetic. However, he distinguishes himself through the use of a lighter color scheme and self-referential imagery, like the faceless reflective guys and the funny little :3 face. I feel that these visuals suit the artist very well, and this album cover definitely feels like it fits with the atmosphere of the music, even if it's not necessarily how this aesthetic is normally used on the internet. Now, enough about the visuals. On to the music itself. Okay, I'm just gonna say this straight out the gate. It has an amazingly infectious energy, and it's produced in such a way that I found it hard not to bob my head at certain points. I bump this shit in the car all the time. These elements are so varied that the only real label that I can give this music is electronic. It's got elements of gabber, hardbass, ambient, house, scouse house, mouse house, louse house, and okay, I made those last two up, but scouse house is a real thing. Basically, it's cool that Kaizo's able to form a cohesive album while implementing so many different things from different genres. It's not really your average internet electronica, but I definitely think it appeals to anyone who enjoys any version of electronic music. Another aspect of the album that I found particularly interesting was its constantly maintained theme of faux neo-futurist optimism and the real-world conflict between technology and nature. Or, as the album calls it in one of the tracks, Earth Mother versus the Techno Gaia. Which, yeah, it's the first track title, so it's kind of hard to miss. And actually, most of the tracks have similarly somewhat esoteric environmentalist connotations to them, with names like Human a Cosmic Horror, The Carbon Menace, and Techno Gaia's Dystopia Problem. There's even a little speech at the end of the 7th song talking about the coexistence of technology and nature in an ideal world. But despite the surface-level optimism people might pick up, I feel like it's delivered in an almost hyperbolic manner. Because beneath this bouncy and fun electronic album, there seems to be a wistful remembrance of humanity's long-gone optimism for the future, and a subtextual acknowledgement of how our general attitudes have shifted since then. It almost seems to, through the visuals and the music, parody how, in the 90s and the times in which the visuals are referencing, people seem to have a very optimistic view of the future. They saw technology as the way unto the Jetsons, the way unto floating cars like in Back to the Future. Whereas now we view technology through a lens that is almost as dystopian as novels written in the 1960s. It's quite an interesting concept, and it's something that you wouldn't really necessarily expect from an electronic project, especially one on the internet with funny :3 faces. Overall, I think that this has become one of my favorite recently released albums when the script was written, and I really appreciate you guys for sharing it with me. Am I jealous of Punk Revolution now for getting an interview with Kaizo? Maybe a little bit. But I still support the punk revolution right now. So I guess I'm fine with it. Anyways, I look forward to seeing what Kaizo's got in store for us in the near future. In my opinion, this album gets an 8.85 out of 10. I was bumping this in my last car, and, now that it's been a year since the script's written and I've got a new car, I'm still bumping it consistently. Even my homies bump it in they cars. And that's on Crip. That's on God. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video right now, I'm literally going to lecture you on twitch.tv about industrial society and its consequences on the human race. So, please like the video, please. I need engagement. And as always,
Subscribe to make me feel better about my regrets.
Yo, also, you didn't think I'd forget about this, did you? That's right, I would never forget about this. It's time to give a special thank you and a special shout out to my Patreons over at patreon.com. I think I might dye my hair red, so I look like a pint of red. Alright, here we go. For our connoisseurs of fine art, we've got Polar, Tech9, Vershi, Derpy Doug, Conscious Junk, Night of the World, Chairfruit, Sad Femme, Prisoner Suicide, and Thick Melon. For our pseudo-intellectual supporters, we've got Slow Slicing, Misos Al Pinks, the homie Maroni, the one and only Zucchini, and that little green dog man Saws. Thank you guys so much for supporting my work. I hope you liked this video, and as always, keep it real.
We be joking on the move. Esoteric milkerism. Movie.